What's up everyone, Ronnie Chavez here, and today we're going to be talking about what age you should be to start learning parkour. I get asked this question a lot online and in comments about either am I old enough to start learning parkour or am I too old to start learning parkour. And so we're going to talk about that, and to talk about this I'm going to have two special guests on today to talk about the different ages you should be to learn parkour. Now my first guest is actually here with me right now. This is my daughter, Finley Chavez. How old are you, Finley?
5.
Yeah, you're 5 years old. And do you do parkour? What kind of parkour moves do you do?
I do cartwheels and somersaults.
Yeah.
And climb up on fences.
That's true.
And I'm not really good going on high monkey bars.
Oh yeah, you're still working on the monkey bars, huh?
Yeah.
That's okay. So the reason I wanted to introduce Finley to answer this question is because she's 5 years old and she does parkour, but she also didn't start parkour when she was 5 years old. What I want to help you guys understand is that parkour isn't about an age. It's not about tricks or a certain move. It's about learning to use your body, how to move it in your environment. And that pretty much starts when you're a baby, when you first start learning to crawl and walk and climb on the couch and jump off of the couch. Do you remember how old you were when you first jumped off the couch? Probably not. I don't remember the first time I jumped off the couch, but I know I did at some point. So, in a way, we all do parkour. We just, through exploring the environment, through playing on playgrounds, through learning how to move our body and jump and run and do those things. The philosophy of parkour is to take it to the next level though, to evolve that movement and progress from what you already know how to do. You know, we watch all the YouTube videos of the professional parkour athletes doing the crazy jumps and flips, and it creates this image of what parkour is. But at its core, that's not what parkour is. That may be an element of parkour for people who have the skill level and training to do those things, but that's not where it starts. Parkour starts with your body, with seeing what your body can do on flat ground, and then seeing what your body can do on curbs or handrails, or even going to the playground and seeing what it can do with bars or slides. It's just exploring and being creative and having fun. So to answer the question, how old can you be to start learning parkour? I'd say there never is an age you can start learning parkour. It's all just about skill level and what moves you want to progress to learn. So say you want to learn how to climb up a 10-foot wall, you may be limited by your size if you're too young to ever reach the top of it, but eventually you'll develop the skill through practicing running up walls over and over again, and as you get big enough, eventually you'll be able to climb up that wall. So to answer the next question, when are you too old to do parkour or to start learning parkour? Because as our bodies age and get older, they get a little bit weaker and more susceptible to injuries. You'd think at some point you just gotta stop parkour altogether. But that's why I'm going to have my dad on to share with you his experience with doing parkour. He's much older than I am and has been doing parkour for as long as I have, which is about 15 years. So I had my dad, Ron Chavez himself, actually film a video because we live across the country now. So I'm going to show you the video he sent me to share with you guys on what it's like doing parkour as you get older. So for anyone out there who's older and has thought about wanting to get into parkour but just doesn't know quite how to approach it, this video from my dad will be for you.
Hi, I'm Ron Chavez. Some know me as the Silver Fox. I am Ronnie's dad, Ronniestreetstunts. And I started parkour about 13 years ago when Ronnie was about 15 years old. He started getting into it, started watching videos, and became very passionate about it. And I just started doing with him just for fun, just kind of recreational, just because I always liked doing athletic things. And then over the many years of just doing it with many of my kids, got decent at it. And now that I'm 54 years old, I still do it a little bit. I deal with a few more injuries, mainly my knee, a little bit of my Achilles. But I can still do a little bit here and there. But I love doing parkour. I love how it makes me feel. Doing wall climb-ups, how it just kind of stresses your whole body. Doing a bridge, you know, where you're just like pushing against it, and you just feel your whole body stress and strain, and it just feels so good. It's very invigorating, and always makes me feel a whole lot younger when I do stuff like that. A couple things I've learned as I've been learning parkour over the years is, as an adult, I'm always the oldest person doing it, usually double anybody's age doing it. And for a while, I was very self-conscious about what other people around me seeing me do it, what they're thinking of this old guy doing parkour, and being a little self-conscious about it. Even though the reality, I know they're probably thinking, wow, I wish I could do that crazy stuff that guy's doing. Probably the biggest thing if you're older and you're learning parkour is you just got to shut the world out around you. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. And also, isn't that what we teach our kids? Don't worry about what your peers or friends think. You do things because you want to do them. As you do it, just block out the world. Just focus on what you're doing. But as you're beginning, what I've noticed, especially as I've gotten older the last few years and dealt with the injuries, is I've lost a little bit of my coordination. And so when I'm rock hopping or jumping over something, I have to be more cautious because my reactions aren't quite as quick as they used to be. Like sometimes when I would jump and I would catch my catch my toe and I would fall, I could just catch myself. My reactions were very quick. So one of the things you want to make sure you do is know yourself, know what your limits are, and kind of think through things like, okay, if I do fall, how am I going to catch myself? Am I going to jump this way? Am I going to fall this way? Have your hands ready. Whenever you're doing anything, just kind of know your hands are going to be ready to just absorb your shock if you do fall or slip, because it's likely to happen, and you just want to avoid, getting injured. I think parkour is an age that you could start at any age. You just have to start slow. Sometimes we watch videos and we see these people doing really cool stuff, and it just looks awesome. And sometimes when people are really good and they do something, they make it look so easy and effortless. And I'll watch it and go, oh, I could do that. And I'm like, no, I can't, when I go to try to do it, because they're so good at it. It's just so smooth, and just not having that ability. So make sure you just take your time. Just start with little things, rock hopping, rock steps. Just work on your foot placement, your eye-hand coordination, your eye-foot coordination. So you just get that feel of unstable surfaces. Boulders give you that stability, that unstable stability. It is great for your motor control, and it will help you stay young.
All right, so there you have it. There's your answer to the question of how old you need to be to learn parkour. And I'd say the answer, to sum up simply, is there is no age. You can start parkour at any age, at any skill level. It's just being aware of what your skill level is and how to learn parkour safely, which I have tons of tutorials on how to start simple parkour movements and how to progress into them safely. So be sure to check those out. But otherwise, I wanted to thank my dad, Ron Chalvis, for sending his video. I also wanted to thank my daughter, Finley Chalvis, for being in the video and for being a good sport, doing parkour, and just being awesome, huh? Woo! Yeah, so anyways, I'd love to hear what age you started parkour yourself, whether you were younger or older. Let me know in the comments when you started parkour. But otherwise,
make sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.